to my channel. Welcome to Finding Shiro. I am Shiro and we are finding her. We're finding her. If this is your first time here, kindly do take the time to subscribe to this channel. Just take these 5 seconds here and go in and subscribe. Remember to click on that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a video. If you are a returning subscriber, how do I love you so much? I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming back here. Thank you for being a part of my community. I am so indebted. I am so grateful to you and for all of you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today we are going to be talking about the self-care habits that I've started cultivating since I decided to get weight loss surgery. So I have talked about why I decided to get weight loss surgery. I've talked about, I'll just get closer to you guys. So I've talked about why I decided to get weight loss surgery. And the thing that I realized that I forgot to say in that video while I was talking about my process there is that I was also, I had also talked to my therapist about it. So I was in therapy through that whole process of deciding right all the way from the balloon. I had started doing one of my goals this year was to get into therapy, and I started it I had actually had my first session at the end of December last year. So I have been in therapy since. So my therapist has been a part of this journey. So yeah, but the thing that I did after I decided to get weight loss surgery was to get another therapist. So I have 2 therapists. I have one therapy that I talk to every week, and then I have another and then I have another therapist that I talk to once a month. The one that I talk once a month, it's a free session, like it's an open-end session. So we just talk and catch up and follow up on some of the things that we talked about that I was going to do, you know, the homework that you get, yeah, and then we move on to make new plans. And then the one that I talk to every week, we tackle different things, and both therapists are a part of this journey. So so that's one of the things that I decided to do since I decided to start to get a weight loss surgery. It was to get serious, not only about my physical health, but also my mental health, my mental and emotional health. Yeah. The other thing that I have done, and this of course comes along with therapy, but also this whole process of deciding to get weight loss surgery, of deciding to reclaim myself and to reclaim my health, has really taken me to uncharted territories, you know, in the sense that it has made me start really reinforcing my boundaries. I have had boundaries, I've had them in place, but reinforcing them, as we know, is normally the most difficult thing. And this process has just done something to me in the sense that I am so clear about what my boundaries are. I am so clear about reinforcing them, and I am definitely so clear about communicating them. I was talking to a very close friend of mine who's a life coach, and I was telling her about a breakthrough that I had, and that's actually when it dawned on me that therapy, but also this process, because I've had therapy before and I was still not able to communicate sometimes, and I was not able to stand up for myself. I was not able to reinforce my boundaries when somebody, you know, went over them. I was not able to, like, you know, reinforce my boundaries and to allow the consequences that come with somebody stepping over my boundaries, you know, reinforced. I was not just able to enact them, put them in action. So but this process has just taught me to stand up for myself in ways that I have never been able to. I think when I made the decision to choose myself, because that's what this surgery is, I made a decision to choose me, to do something for me. I tell you, it is so freeing. It is so freeing, and I'm seeing it happen in so many ways. So I was talking to this life coach friend of mine, and I was telling her, oh, you know, I had this breakthrough when somebody had done something to me. I had overstepped a boundary, and I didn't even think twice about it. Oh, what are they going to feel? What are they going to think about me? That I was, no, I just went and called them to the side and very calmly told them, hey, there's a boundary here that you overstepped. Could you kindly be careful not to overstep it next time, another time? And this person was like, yeah, of course, Melissa. And I was like, oh my God, why have I not been doing this my entire life? Why? Somebody tell me why. Yeah. So that's another thing that I have that has happened. It's one of the positive things that have happened since I decided to get weight loss surgery. The next thing, and I talked about this in another video, is that I'm taking my vitamins. I'm religious about them. I take my vitamins every single day, and I have also, in taking those vitamins, my mood has been enhanced because I no longer work from zero vitamin D, which can affect your mood. So my mood is much better. I am happier. I feel healthier. My bones don't hurt as much because, again, vitamin D helps your body to and your bones to take up the calcium. So if you do not have enough vitamin D, your bones, and you start getting aches and pains. So the pain, for example, in my knees and in my feet and my legs is a bit less. It's not completely gone, but it's a bit less. So I do realize that the pain that is left is because I am still heavy, and that is, that's why that's a result of that. But I am starting to feel so much better because my vitamins, yes. And that also, with that, I'll also say that I'm keeping myself very hydrated. I think we can all agree my skin is glowing, right? It's glowing. Can you see that glow? Yeah, it's glowing. Yeah. Yes, another thing that I have started doing is, and I think it also comes from therapy and boundaries as well, it's that I've started being kinder to myself. The way I speak about myself, the way I speak to myself, so my inner voice is not, I will not say it's completely kind, because sometimes I end up, going back to, oh, you're so stupid, how could you, I'm so stupid, why could I, like that. But I'm finding that voice is becoming gentler, it's becoming kinder, and I'm loving that for me. I'm really, really loving that for me. Another thing that I have noticed, and that I noticed, it's not on my list, but I'm noticing it now as I speak, that the way that I'm speaking these days is also gentler. I might be loud, I might be like, be loud and vivacious and out there, but it is still gentle. It is not, there was a hardness that I had. And I see this from some of the previous videos that I've made, and some of the previous, because I've had YouTube channels, and I've also done a bit of content that I never put out just because I'm bad at editing. See, there you are. Just because I was challenged by editing, but now I'm getting better at editing and allowing myself the time to edit. So I'm putting these videos out for you guys, right? But I've noticed that there was a hardness that came with that. A friend of mine, actually, again, the life coach friend of mine. You people should get yourself a friend that's a life coach. And if you need a life coach, you need to talk to my friend. You need to go talk to my girl Maureen. If you need a life coach, you need to talk to my girl Maureen. She has a consultancy. I'll link it up here. Ziva. I'm gonna put it in the notes below description here. So you can go follow her YouTube, follow her Instagram, and if you need services, reach out, because yeah, she's amazing. So, and she's the one who actually also mentioned and said, Melissa, I noticed a gentleness, like a sweetness, like a softer you. And I love that for me. I love that for me. I'll tell you story time. So I went on a date today. And this is like the first date that I've been on in a while. I want to say, actually, the last time I was on a date was a year ago today. You know the way, yeah, how do I know that? You know the way that like your phone gives you like sends you notification and says like a year ago, see this highlights photos or something. Yeah, that's how I figured out that the last date I was on was a year ago today. And so I was on a date with this guy, and he's really nice. But I was on a date with this guy, and he said to me, "I like the way you're so. I like how soft you are." I don't know. Oh my gosh! I was like, "Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!" Of course, I was like flattered, and and like, "Oh, thank you." But on the inside, I was literally, oh my gosh, screaming because. Oh, if you know me, you know that I have been very hard. I've had life experiences that I've just had into me, and a lot of my responses came with a very so I'd lost my feminine softness that I had when I was a teenager, that I had when I was a young adult. I got married very early, so I lost that very quickly. So 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 I'm happy. I'm so happy to find that like to rediscover and to yeah to rediscover it. I'm really 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 happy about that. Another thing that I've started doing, I don't do it every single day. I would like to, but my life just won't allow me to. Let me just be honest. My lifestyle will not allow me to do it every single day, but I do it every time I can. Working towards making it a weekly thing, that at least every single week I do it. But I do it every time I can. I do it. Every time the thought crosses my mind, I do it. So this is journaling. I've started journaling again. I have always been a big journaler. I've always written, and I have started journaling again, and I love it. I love it for me. I love the I love what I'm writing. I love writing. So it's nice to also rediscover that part of me. So another thing that I've started doing is also taking care of my temple. So not only what I put in it, but how I dress it, how I take care of it, how I clean it. So yeah, that I make sure that I moisturize every single day, depending whether I'm wearing jeans or not. Because I've been that girl. I've been that girl who just dress like moisturize only where you can see. But now I've started like doing full body moisturization and doing scrubs on my body and making sure that I'm taking care of this temple that I have. That's just amazing. The other thing that I have started doing since I decided to get weight loss surgery, the other self-care habit that I've implemented is to ask for help. If you know me, you know that asking for help, no, not me, you know that I am a hyper independent. Hyper independent. Yes, you know that I'm hyper independent. I have been hyper independent, let me say that. I have previously been very hyper independent, and I'm trying to break that habit through therapy, but also being conscious about it. And I have started asking for help. So for like this surgery that I'm going to be away for a week, I have asked for help. I've asked my friend to watch my kids. Could my kids be okay by themselves? Yes, they could. But do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. I want to ask for help because I know I'll have peace of mind. I'll be better, my mind will be more at ease when I know that there is an adult that is taking care of them. I could have asked that the adult, comes and checks on them. I could have asked that, but I asked for the help that I needed. And this is actually something that could have limited me, to be quite honest. If I was not able to ask for help, this was something that could have limited me in making this decision for myself, because I would never have been able to leave my kids for 7 days alone. That could never have worked for me. So I would have used that as an excuse to not do this. But because I'm able to ask for help, I'm able to do this for myself. Ain't that wonderful? I think it is. I think this is the last point that I'm making, and it's the biggest one of all, is that I have started to keep the promises that I make to myself. So any promise I make myself, I make sure that I keep it. Every single one of them. Because in the past I have betrayed myself. I've made promises to myself and never kept them. I'm very good at keeping promises when I make them to other people, but I've been terrible at keeping promises that I make to myself. I have betrayed myself and sabotaged myself so many times over my life, over the span of my lifetime. So now I have started being very intentional about keeping every promise that I make to myself. So if I make myself a promise, I normally put it down here. I actually have like a folder, like a file that I go in and write the promises I'm making to myself. Yeah, so those are the things that I have started doing. Those are the self-care habits that I've started cultivating for myself since I made a decision to get weight loss surgery, the gastric sleeve, and I am enjoying every bit of this process. It's not been easy, it's not been linear, it's been back and forth. As you see from my journey, it has been hard, it's been difficult, but it is worth it, and I can say that I am enjoying every single part of this journey. So thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you have found any kind of value in this video, kindly like this video. This really supports my channel, and I'd like to get this message out to as many people as possible. So share this video with anybody that you know might need it. Share it anyway if you don't know that they might need it now. It's self-care. We all need self-care, right? Yeah, right. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment down in the comments section. I absolutely love engaging with you. So kindly leave me a comment down there. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what self-care habits you have started practicing, or you've been practicing for a lifetime in your life. Add some. Give me suggestions of something I can add to my routine, to my day-to-day. Yeah. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Until next time, kwaheri.